What is going on out there, peeps? So I got up early this morning. I'm still half asleep, to be quite honest with you. I was listening to the press conference with Mike Pompeo and the Minister of Finance, Lawi, talked today. And, basically they covered what we already knew. They're there trying to work out how it is the United States can help Iraq in different sectors. And they're still working things out while they are here. But Pompeo said something to me that caught my attention, and you could take what you want from it. And he said, look, we look forward to the day when Iraq can help themselves. So again, that they're not getting aid from people. That's important. So I'm not sure if that's a reflection of whether or not they get their sovereignty reinstated. All I know is I was listening to it and I was like, yeah, I'm looking for hints, something that says that Iraq will indeed have their sovereignty reinstated. I just didn't see anything really in that particular press conference, but we'll get into that in just a second here. Look, I'll remind everybody, if you're considering buying precious metals, now is the time. Right now is the time. Please give our friends over at Money Metals Exchange a consideration. The link will be in the description. If you buy more than $100 worth of precious metals, use promo code Pimpy, Pimpy, and get a free half ounce. So what's happening right now, you can see that gold and silver went down again a little bit. This is going to happen. It's going to keep doing this. So now is the time. Buy on the dip. So gold had went up about to $2,020. And so all of a sudden we're hearing all these records being broke on the stock market again. I'm telling you, as much as I love Trump and I use that whenever I'm making an argument in his favor, but to be quite honest, these numbers, I don't know how they could be managing to be breaking records when we're not even fully back to work yet. But it doesn't make a difference. We'll take advantage of it. Silver came down just a little bit. It got above $28, but it's still at $27.55. And again, so you're looking at about a $41 drop in gold. You guys, you can't keep waiting for the dip. Don't get me wrong. Buy more on the dip. But right now is a good time to pick up on it. I just wanted to share that with you real quick. We have Pimpy's Investment Chat. It's the same name as the YouTube channel. In here, we do talk about investment opportunities, the Iraqi Dinar, the Vietnam Dong, gold, silver, cryptocurrencies. So come on over. We only talk about investments in here. No political stuff. Bring the political stuff over to here. This is the hidden things in front of your eyes. In here, we do talk about politics, Gesara, NESARA, current events, Donald Trump, QAnon, you name it. So just come on over here. It's kind of like a free-for-all in here, okay? Just be respectful of one another. Okay, so it's both are free to join. The links will be in the description. Okay, so let's get into what's going on over there. So the U.S. to provide $204 million in humanitarian funding to Iraq, says Pompeo. So again, I heard that. They were talking about it. They need help in getting back on their feet. As Iraq Prime Minister Al-Kadhimi begins his visit to Washington in the role, Iraq Minister of Foreign Affairs, Hussein, that's who it was there, and U.S. Secretary Mike Pompeo met on Wednesday and discussed security, economics, and political ties between their two countries, as well as region dynamics. I'll get that. Dynamites. Good Lord. Kadhimi visits also marks the beginning of the second stage of the U.S.-Iraq strategic dialogue, which had a first round of talks in June. So I believe they are set. There's 4 stages of this, maybe 5 stages, and I don't know how quickly they are within each other. But again, we're definitely keeping an eye on this. And I think what these dialogues are is to make sure that all the milestones are met in order for Iraq to be a free and sovereign nation, again, to be quite honest with you. So that does not mean that it's not going to be recognized while they're visiting there. That was my hopes of anything. So anyways, let's get back into this. During the remarks, Pompeo announced that the U.S. was providing an additional $204 million in humanitarian assistance to Iraq through the U.S. aid. He also, however, that the U.S. looked forward to the day when Iraq would no longer need such assistance and would be fully supported by foreign investment and their own great work that the Iraqi people do. So that one statement right here made me go, yeah. In order for you to be a sovereign nation, you have to be able to stand on your own. Now, I don't want people going, oh man, here we go, just another excuse. This doesn't mean anything. I told you guys what I was looking for, the reinstatement of the sovereign nation of Iraq. And this doesn't mean that they won't be recognized as a sovereign nation again. I'm just saying that those types of words did kind of make me feel wah, wah, just a little bit, okay? So, touching every so briefly relations between Erbil and Baghdad, yeah, he did. He said, look, we are looking forward to, Iraq needs to go over there and work things out with Kurdistan. That's what we are looking for, and highly, stressed that they need to go over and take care of that. So, again, my thought is it's going to be done pretty good. So, Hussein, the United States of America, a strong ally, as he announces the signing of deals. So they are working out deals. Okay, I told you why they're here. They're going to be working out deals. Somebody asked about possible trade policies, and then Hussein says something about, or not Hussein, it wasn't Pompeo. For the life of me, I don't know who the other person was. There's another person there saying every time you meet with Trump, he's always talking about trade deals. So obviously why Iraq is there, they're definitely working out major trade deals. So don't be surprised if you don't see all these things hammered out before election time. Something tells me you're going to see a mad push to get these done super, super quick. Okay, so again, Hussein confirmed on Wednesday that the United States of America is a strong ally while he announced deals with Washington today. So there are deals already being done. But the reporter asked the minister about the quick sanctions against Iran. And he said, look, that has nothing to do with this. I'm here about Iraq. That's what I want to hear. You know what I mean? Iraq should stay out of the business between Iran and the United States. And they've been doing a great job of doing that. That really shows me a lot. Because where in the past, people like Maliki and them would comment on it. They would stick their 2 cents in there. They would take the side of Iran. So again, they're doing the right things by saying, look, we're not getting into this. I came here to talk about Iraq. I'm talking about Iraq. I'm not here to talk about Iran. So I did love to hear that comment. So anyways, Hussein said in a joint conference that was held with his counterpart, Mike Pompeo, we have affirmed that Washington will continue to cooperate in combating terrorism, and a memorandum of understanding and cooperation will be signed today in various fields. So I told you when they got there what were they going to sign? Memorandums of understanding. Okay, that's what I said they were going to do. That's what they're doing. Okay, he will also sign a memorandum of understanding with the American company Chevron for oil exploration today. Good. Magically, they're going to find oil in places I told you about that have not been reported. There's some deserts out there. They already know the oil is there. My guess is that they're trying to figure out a way how to secure that area before they make the announcement. But nonetheless, you're going to see an announcement magically of oil being found everywhere. During the meeting of the U.S. Secretary of State, we discussed economic relations and how to combat the Rona, noting that Baghdad and Washington are on one trench of the fight against ISIS, emphasizing the continuity of dialogue in the fields of energy, health, and culture. Our policy is based on the Iraqi interests, and we want good relations with our neighbors, provided they do not interfere in the affairs of Iraq. So again, the other part of that comment was not only are they here for the Iraqi people, but they said, look, we're strong allies and friends with the United States, but also that Iran is their neighbor. And they have tied cultures together, is what he said. So the point is they don't want to get in the middle of this. Okay, so we know about this money, but you want to talk about haters. We see this over here from other political parties. When Trump does something good, the other political party tries to act like it's no big deal. But before I get into that, look at this majestic reception for Kademi over in Washington. So apparently they love the drive. Look at the reception, man. Talk about a caravan of people. Look at that. Nice pictures. Going through the countryside. Give him a great reception. Look at all those cars. Okay, anyway, so the representative legal announces the completion of all technical and legal procedures for the election law. So all the technical parts of it and procedures have been worked out. All that's left is the political parts to iron out their differences, is what this article is talking about. We know that the election is set for June 6th. All right, so, and then also Pompeo did bring up something in the thing. He said, they definitely have to have their budget presented and worked out. So I'm curious to see what that you know, what are they looking for? What is the United States looking for? So, anyways, yeah, he did say that in the press conference today that he was, that Iraq needed to get a budget out there. So, anyways, let's see, a crowded schedule. Okay, we know about that, but here's what I'm talking about right here. Look at Maliki comments on Al Kadimi's visit. I also visited America 5 times. He's trying to say it's no big deal to be visiting here. You know what I mean? It's, instead of just being happy that the guy's here trying to do something for the Iraqi people. Look at this, like the Democratic Party. I swear it is. Every time Trump does something, they try to take credit for it. Anyways, the leader of the Law of State of Coalitions, Maliki, played down the importance of the Prime Minister's visit to the United States, refusing to describe it as historic. Anytime political leaders get together, it's historic, especially if they sit down and accomplish things. The memorandum of understandings and agreements are all major. Okay, I do still think that Trump wants Iraq to be part of this whole movement on peace. I really do. I think it's important for them to sign on with this, and don't be surprised. Now, we still got time. This is only the middle through August. So we got all of August, September, and October for a lot of things to get ironed out. All right, we need to, so apparently Mike Pompeo is saying they're looking forward to the budget. They also want the agreement with Kurdistan taken care of. And let's see what else. So yeah, and part of that, I can't help it but feel like you're going to see a couple of these nations do this at the same time, is jump aboard on this peace agreement. All right. But again, if I was Al Kadimi, I'd be pushing for my sovereignty. You can see that's what they've been wanting. They're wanting this push to happen. If anything, hopefully we'll get clarity when Al Kadimi gets here. If they don't reinstate their sovereignty, I'm not saying they won't, but if they don't reinstate it, I hope at least we get a clear path, some type of checkoff list, something that tells us what we could watch for in order to see whether or not Iraq is anywhere near getting their sovereignty recognized. Okay, guys? So they're still here. They're still visiting. Okay, I don't want you to take anything negative out of what I was talking about. I just thought it was an interesting comment. Because again, a nation must be able to stand on their own, all right, and govern on their own. And they seem to be doing that, okay? So I don't know if the comment about the assistance is negative at all. I just thought it was interesting when he said it. But nonetheless, Al Kadimi is here. Let's hope he makes a great impression with Donald Trump. He seems to be making all the right moves. They're doing the right thing by staying out of the business between the United States and Iran. So, and memorandums of understanding are being worked out right now. So this is good. We want to see this. But I do think it's interesting, some of the comments that Mike Pompeo said. All right. Anyways, I just want to share with you. That's where we are right now. If anything changes major between now and the end of the day, I will update you on them. But so far, we're here. He's here. They're doing their business. Let's see what kind of fruit this bears. All right. All right, you guys, if you liked the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel. And I surely do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later.